Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to another round of Way of the Hunter. As you can see, we have finally switched from Transylvania to a different map, and we are now starting on the DLC maps. Specifically, we are starting with Aurora Shores. Now, we did already go into the main story of Aurora Shores for like half a minute, just to pick it up and get the initial task. And to inspect the crossbow. Did we settle our inventory yet? No. So the first time you enter a new map, whether on story mode or free hunt, you will have to set your inventory again. We're going to go with our usual combination of the SM12 actually, and the Cinnamonski. As usual, we're taking this. We're taking the giraffe stand. We are going to take the rattling bag because that calls barren ground caribou and zitgadir. We're going to take the predator call because we've got black bear, wolves and red foxes on this map. And we are going to take the elk caller because we've got Roosevelt elk. Did we already interact with this map? We did not. Then let's make that the first thing.
You've discovered Aurora Shores grassland habitat. Don't be mistaken. While Aurora Shores grasslands aren't nearly as lush as those of other regions, it's still full of life and wonder. Gray wolves and red foxes, surf scoters and wild ducks, even Alaska's own moose. Here, any hunter can find prey worth their shot.
Alright. So as you may have noticed, this is a different voice than we usually get. And that is because this is narrated by the owner of the only private territory, which is this one. Now, as usual, we're going to pick up a few campsites, but we're not going to pick up all the campsites with tasks yet, and we're not going to go to all of the cabins yet, for a simple reason. Namely, that Aurora Shores actually has, actually leads you to most of the cabins during the mission. And I'm going to switch to Nikebu's map to show you what I mean. So the first mission is going to take us all the way down here. Then it's going to take us down here to this campsite. And then it's going to take us over here to this area. And I think the next one after that already takes us to the private area. So there's no point in exploring this stuff first, or exploring over here, when we are literally going to be sent there within like 2 or 3 sessions, within like 2 or 3 missions. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to go out here, we're going to pick up these campsites over here. Some of them have tasks, some of them do not, but it's good to have these available for fast travel. We're going to pick up this cabin, and then we're going to go all the way over here. Teleport back here. We're going to ignore this campsite and this campsite because honestly, I have never used them. This entire area is just painful to hunt. Then we're going to teleport back over here, go down here, down to this one, and then we're going to pick up where the main mission is. And for time tracking, I think we are going to use this hare. This is a snowshoe hare. We're going to make this our time tracking hare. Day 1. And we're going to use this one because it's way out of the way. We don't have a mission for snowshoe hares, if I remember correctly. So this will also be an animal that we will not need for anything else. So it will be easy to find them again. And we won't have to worry about actually having to manage that one. So yeah, this is the goal anyway. Go through here, go along this, and then all the way to the left. So that's what we're going to start with. And of course, I'm going to show you guys the lodge. So this empty space, there's going to be a big mount here that is story related. You cannot actually change that one. As you can see, we do have some pictures from Transylvania. This is the Nesper's crash site. This one is, I think, Wilkoff's cabin in Diamond Trail. More Transylvania. We did have the challenge box already. We did interact with the crossbow, which we're gonna get at the end. You can come back here after every mission, by the way, and after every main story mission, I think there's new dialogue. Or after almost everyone. This is more Transylvania, I think. Or is that? No, I think those are Nez Perce swamps. And then we have more room up here. So this is actually a very nice, spacious, and brighter than Transylvania lodge. We're gonna see exactly how many animals will we actually get to put in here. Alright, let's go. We're gonna take a new vehicle. We've been using that red one for long enough. We are in Alaska, which is the closest we will come to snow, so let's take this one. Alright, so we want to go left. And then we want to go until over here. Go left. Then we want to go over here, go right. I think this one left. This one left and then right. And here we need to go right. Alright, let's keep going. Oh. We should pick up the box first, though, because then we can just go straight to the mission area. So let's go back here. Oops. What did I just do? Wow. Fantastic. I'm gonna have to respawn this car. This is what I get for running out of the house without picking up that box.
This is surprisingly light.
Respawn that. Get it out of there. Thank you. Now, normally if you were to just follow the main mission, you would just go down here. Also, Alaska Aurora Shores does not have a shooting range, but you can use this landing strip as an impromptu shooting range because the distance between those pylons is very even. So you can basically use those as your distance meter. Now, visually, this map is quite reminiscent of Nez Perce Valley, which makes sense since they are both in the northwest of the US, except this one is even more northwest. This is about as northwest as it gets with Alaska. That was a black bear that we just heard. Whoa, oh god, this one handles very floaty. Goodness me. Did you put Vaseline on these tires? Okay, we do have a parking lot here, but we do not actually want to park there. We're just gonna grab that for the map. And then we're gonna go up here for the campsite. Alright. This one does not have a map and it does not have a task, so we can move on. And this is the only map where we have a mission that we are not going to do. I will explain why when we get to that mission, but there's one mission here that we are not going to complete during stream. Because frankly, I have not found a good way to do it in a reasonable time. And I don't think anybody wants me to be on this map for 10 hours just to get one mission done, so we're not doing it. Alright, somewhere here within the next 100 meters we should have a small way to the campsite. There we go. Gotta follow the small path. Left or right? I think right, actually. As you can probably imagine, these trees are a pain to hunt in. So, Aurora Shores has a bit of a mixed reputation in the community. I find that certain sections of the community like this map a lot more than others. For example, Reddit really loves this map. Like, every time there is a what's your favorite map question on Reddit, Aurora Shores is usually fairly high up there. Whereas if you ask on the Discord, not so much. And I think with Aurora Shores, it depends a lot on where you hunt. If you just want a chill, casual hunting experience, then hunt anywhere in the grasslands, hunt along the rivers and lakes at drink time, and you will have an absolute blast. But if you're looking for more of a challenge, really the best approach would be to go to the highlands, but they are so forested that it's really, really hard to spot animals. So sometimes this map feels a little like there is no middle ground. Like it's either incredibly easy or incredibly difficult. Alright, I think up here should be another campsite. Nope. Let me double check that on Nikabo's map. Oh, actually the other way around to the north, there's a campsite, okay. But here we're getting to the part that's quite different from Nesper. So you can see just the vegetation and the actual shape of these mountains is quite a bit different. Oh, we just spooked something. My dear locals, I traveled a lot over the years. What I learned on my journeys is that Europeans and Asians are absolutely insane. How else can I explain their never-ending passion for goat dairy products? I mean, cow milk, that's totally normal. Buffalo? Sure, why not? Sheep and camel? I can understand that, it's just not my taste. But goat milk? Are you out of your goddamn minds, people? I bet consuming goat milk make you all insane. And stop telling me goats are picky eaters, I won't believe it for a second. I've looked into their eyes. Those were the eyes of a dumb beast, not collected individuals like your average cow and camel. There was no finesse in there. Goats are just as dumb as the rocks they jump on. Let's put an end to this travesty. I want you to hunt for mountain goats and show people that their meat and skin are far superior to their milk. Period. Especially for lactose-intolerant gentlemen like myself. Here's a hint I read online. Shoot them from above. That way they'll have a hard time noticing you. Just make sure not to shoot nannies. Even I know that's not appropriate. So for this one, we have to hunt 5 male mountain goats, shot from at least 10 meters above. Which, thankfully, the goats are living in the mountains, so that shouldn't be too hard. But it does require some setup depending on where the herds are. And this poster here, we're going to get to that during the main story. Alright, let's move on. We need to get to the cabin. First, another campsite here, and then the cabin. Oh, hi bison. So this is one of the new animals we can hunt on that map, wood bison. And we will have to hunt a few of them, but we'll get to that. Alright, left here. Right here. And just around this next bend we should have the campsite. Yep, there we go. Hey, Jackie. She's tired of crying and sick of his lies. She suffered him for far too many years of her life. Remember us hanging out listening to this song? It's been some time since I gave it a go, but to this day it remains a major earworm. Anyhow, just the other day I bumped into a caribou who was plain weird. I know that male caribou get aggressive when the mating season begins, but this one, I mean, it was rampaging against every other caribou around, including its partner that was clearly scared to death and couldn't escape. Even I was frightened and didn't dare to approach. I spoke to my good friend Mike, who knows more about caribou than anyone. And you know what? It seems like it's not just that caribou. It's happening across the population this year, with males occasionally going on these rampages. Mike is not sure yet what the reason is, but he suspects it has to do with climate change and increased competition in the area that drives caribou mad. It's not like we can do anything about the root cause yet, but Mike's suggestion was that even a small reduction in their numbers should return their behavior to their normal aggression levels. Unless we do something about it, more caribou or even other animals may end up dead. Just make sure you stay far enough away that you don't scare their partners. They've been through enough. And for your own safety, of course. Nina. So, this mission, harvest 3 adult male caribou shot from 200 meters or more. Not a problem. A bit tougher if you're trying to also only shoot low fit, because then you have to actually call them and then shoot them before they come too close. But other than that, not too bad. Alright, let's get back on the road. Alright, let's get up here. Getting this cabin now is going to help us out a lot at the end of the story, because one of the last missions is going to take us over here. And if you already have that cabin unlocked, it's going to make for a very short trip. Not to mention, it will update our map for the entire mountain regions.
Discovered Aurora Shores mountain habitat. These mountain ranges are known to be among the highest in the world, challenging the Himalayas and the Andes. Mountain goats, as well as barren ground caribou, find sanctuary among these beautiful yet dangerous peaks.